What is up, everyone? Welcome, episode 27 of Meet the Press with my friend. I was gonna say my co partner, Jared McDonald, who has finally had a game to cover. The first game.
Is-
The first game. Was that cool?
It just felt like a normal first game of a season. There really wasn't anything from my end that differentiated it from any other season opener.
I was gonna say, did they
You know,
hype that at all?
yeah, no, it was hyped up a little bit, but
Okay.
um, you know, people were watching probably about the first half hour, and then Nebraska and Northwestern came on at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern, or whatever time it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
Dublin, wherever they were playing. So it was cool to say, like, yeah, I covered the first college football game of the season, but it really didn't, from my perspective, mean a whole lot.
And then it was done. And then like whenever it kicked off, you're like, all right, let's go. So like, what's your what's your game day routine? Like, because I mean, a lot of the stuff I've covered was high school. So like my game day routine is I'm a bum for half the day and then I go to work. But for like you covering things like college football Saturday morning, what's your routine?
Yeah, the 11. It depends on the game time, definitely.
Right.
Um, the 11 a.m. games make it a little tougher. Usually, I get the stadium, no matter what time it is, about 2 hours early.
Mhm.
I can check in, do the bag check stuff, grab media meal, go up to the press box. There's always people that you end up talking to.
What was the medium meal
I'll
yesterday?
Popeyes,
Okay.
solid, not
That's
bad.
solid. Yeah. Chicken fingers and stuff.
Chicken fingers, fries, and a
Yeah.
biscuit. Very dry
Ooh.
biscuit.
Ooh.
I didn't really have time for it though, because my schedule was a little bit disrupted from what I normally do. I was asked to go on Topper Tailgate,
I
the
saw that. Yeah.
live radio show they do right there on South Lawn. So I went on there, talked with Tyler Eaton and Lexi Schweinert, just about the season, stuff like that. Um, Made my statements about what was going to happen. What I said wasn't what I think a lot of people expected to happen, but it
Mhm.
was pretty much what happened. It's almost like I've been r- talking to these people and watching them for the last month and
It's
not doing anything
almost
else with my life.
it's almost like you're covering them like super in depth. Is it like I would do that kind of stuff when I was in Owensboro and like kind of that like cross collab kind of stuff? Does that get is that fun for you? Like do you like doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I always did
I love
too.
it.
I always
It
liked it a
makes me
lot
feel
too.
so much. It makes me feel so much more important than I really
One
am.
yeah, 100%. Like 100%
It
because I never thought I mean, and we all know how egotistical I am and just, big headed about most things. Like, I never thought what I did was like huge, but like doing that, I felt like, okay, like that's it may be just the news director of the radio station or the sports director of the radio station, but like somebody appreciates what I'm doing, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's nice to be considered like the guy that people comes to for information.
Right, right.
Like I've known Tyler Eaton for years.
Mhm.
He did Red Towel Radio, a weekly radio show based on what's happening at Western Kentucky. During fall, winter, spring, during the seasons for the last I don't know how many years, and I was on that usually like monthly,
Mhm.
just as like a guest. So I know him, but for me, it's like really special when I get to do the ones that are like out of town, where the outsiders look in.
Yeah,
They're like,
like the
"This is
visiting radio kind of thing.
yeah, like this is
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
guy." Those Q&As, podcasts, I'll hop on all of them.
Dude, those always do so well. I remember, and it's funny when I did my little Kentucky tour a little over a month ago. Uh, Jared Peck. It's really funny that like you referenced somebody named Tyler in this spot, and like I'm now referencing Jared Peck in this podcast. Um, uh, because I did like a Q&A whenever Owensboro played Frederick Douglass 2 years ago in the state semis. Um, and that like had and him and I still talk about how much like the people in Owensboro like that story, like liked that hearing from the other side and like knowing a little bit more about Frederick Douglass. That's always interesting to me how like well those pieces do.
Yeah, I've never really done those that much. Maybe I should look into it, but I also have a lot on my plate in addition to that. I'll always say
Right.
yes. I'll always say yes to them though, because it's
Right.
always like
Right.
a good.
Yeah.
It's a good connection to have. They're fun. You get your name out there too in a new place. Um, yeah, like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was trying to think of like all the other like cities where I've had like an outlet that I've done stuff for. Obviously, I've done like Louisville and Lexington,
Hmm.
and it's random places, man.
Yeah.
Boone, North Carolina, before Western played App State in the Boca Bowl.
Okay. I was trying, and like whenever you said it, like I was trying to think, like zero in on what school was there. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Birmingham, the Blazer
Okay, for
Victory podcast.
UAB.
I've done that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm good
big
friends with John
friend,
Duncan. Yeah,
big
friend of the
friend of the
podcast.
podcast.
Friend
Yeah,
of the
huge friend
podcast.
of the
Shout out,
podcast.
shout out. Yep. They just released some merch. I almost bought a
Ooh.
hoodie from them. I still probably will eventually, but
Yeah,
um,
we're big UAB support with Taven down there. Like that's yeah, used to be formerly down there. But yeah, keep going.
yeah. Birmingham, Provo, Utah.
Oh, was that for
I've
BYU last year?
Yep. A couple of years ago now, but
A
yeah,
couple years
yeah,
ago? Oh
BYU
my
did a
yeah.
Q&A. Yeah. No, time's flying.
I know. That's
Uh,
weird. I thought that was last year already. Yeah.
Lynchburg, Virginia. I did one for a paper in Liberty that covers Liberty.
Oh, in Liberty. Okay, okay.
They came to Western in 2020. I did a podcast and a radio show in Lansing, Michigan before Michigan
Dude,
State. So
my a bunch of my family went to Michigan. And Michigan State, obviously. I
I
know
was gonna say
Michigan State.
Lansing's Michigan
I know
State.
you said Lansing. I'm sorry. I didn't continue. I didn't continue to say state after I said Michigan. My cousin Scott went to yeah, Michigan State. But some of them went to Ann Arbor in Michigan. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Did
That's
one
long.
for down in Murfreesboro, and like Underdog Dynasty, another friend of the
Uh-huh.
podcast. Uh, Eric Henry's my guy down there. Him and Joe Lundergan, and so it's always good to talk to those guys. So I'll always hop on their podcast and hang out with them when I see them at USA
Right.
Media Days and whatnot. So and it's just
That
all over the map.
that's one thing that I'm looking forward to being not like in the sports media world, but like being in like the college sports world. Like going to like specific places and seeing those specific people. Um, like being the women's basketball SID, like I'm already looking forward to going to Murray State and like seeing my boy Parker. Like that's gonna be fun for me. Like that's gonna be something I look forward to every year. So like I'm looking forward to like those connections, like being back in that. So that'll be fun. But yeah. So did the game yesterday go how you thought? Obviously,
Yeah,
it did. Yeah.
obviously you didn't listen to my segment on Top or Tailgate. I pretty
I,
much
I I turned on the game. I feel like that was enough. I
yeah.
turned it on right as the first pick happened. Is when I turned it on.
Oh yeah, AJ.
That was a good pick. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like the line on that game was awful. Like I feel like
Man,
people in Vegas are like Austin. I don't know where Austin P is.
dude,
Like,
are they okay? Okay, that's two. There's two sides of the question. Did they overhype Western or did they underhype P? Because I think they just underhyped P.
yeah, I think he's been underhyped all year.
Okay, yeah,
They made to the move to the A Sun
yeah,
this year's 6 team A Sun. I don't remember if they were fourth or fifth pick to
yeah.
finish in the A Sun.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Either way, I don't think they're going to be that. You look back at, I think it was 2019. They made a run in the playoffs, the FCS
Hmm.
playoffs. Good run. 2020, that season's all disrupted. COVID, all that. It got pushed back to the spring. They had some coaching changes. Brought in Scotty Walden, I believe, November 2020.
Hmm.
So had a short off season before the spring season. Then they jumped right back from the spring to the fall season of 21. I think they went 6-5, finished second in the OVC, maybe, or the division, or however they do it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
But
think there's two. Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's not terrible
I
for a
mean,
program that's undergone so much like change. And with the transfer portal,
yeah,
FCS football is good.
I am obviously at a school that has a pretty good conference in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Um, like SIU was picked ninth in the preseason poll for FCS. We're picked fourth in our conference, so like it's a pretty good conference. Like there, I mean, obviously North Dakota State has a pretty good pedigree. I mean, you got Carson Wentz now, you got Trey Lance. Northern Iowa had a guy get drafted this year, I think in the first or second round to the Saints. He was whatever one started like fights on back to back days in Saints camp a couple weeks ago. So like it's good football. Like it's not, and I mean, what Bowling Green and Clarksville are what? Well, I saw it on the broadcast. 61 miles, is that right?
60 something. I've honestly never been to Clarksville. Do you remember?
Have we talked
Do you
about
remember
this?
Probably not. Do you remember
Oh, okay,
last
go
year
ahead.
when Western had that last minute men's basketball schedule change, and then they went to go play UK?
No,
They got beat
sort of.
pretty good.
Yes.
It was right after the
Oh,
tornadoes. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And Kentucky did them a favor, build the morale up, and then
Mm-hmm.
crushed them.
And then crushed them. Yeah.
But they were originally supposed to go play Austin Peay, and I feel like I'm
Uh-huh.
the only one in the state of Kentucky that was disappointed that
Well, I mean,
the game got changed. Because I've been to Lexington, I've been to Rupp Arena, I've covered games there. I've never covered a game at Austin Peay. I know my expectations probably wouldn't have been high that I'm
I
going to like
mean,
this fantastic basketball arena or anything, but I like to just see new places.
literally, they had a game there, and there was a leak. So I don't know if it should be too high on your list of places.
I've covered games in some fairly not great places.
Yeah, but did it leak?
Probably would have if it rained.
I guess that's a fair damn, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. What did I call the head coach? Travis. Tyson? Did Tyson say anything good yesterday?
His usual stuff. It was the first start for their quarterback, Austin Reed. Thought he was solid. I thought he was solid as well. I think he was 19 of 33, 4 touchdowns, an interception, 276 yards. That's okay. If they didn't have Bailey last year, that's a very good day.
He looks like Chad Michael Murray.
Who's Chad Michael Murray?
What?
Who is it?
Who's Chad Michael Murray? Come on, man. He's One Tree Hill. He's in One Tree Hill.
Yeah, I've never seen One Tree Hill.
He's a Bills fan, which I feel like I should have led with that. I don't know. Chad Michael Murray. I don't know.
He kind of build-wise reminds me of Bailey a little bit, and style of play, what they want to do. He'll be fine.
You really don't know who that is?
No, I've heard.
You don't watch things though, so like that's not weird. I guess.
I do watch a lot of things. I don't watch movies, and I've never seen One Tree Hill.
Are you watching? So you're not watching anything right now?
No, I haven't had time. I was working like a dog all week, man. This college football preview that we had like 4 feature stories in that. A game story in the regular paper. Volleyball season. No. A volleyball season preview. It scared me because the last week when I was in here, it was late and there was nobody else in here, and I started hearing someone talk. And then I left.
That's usually the call. Yeah, newsrooms are creepy at night, man. Newsrooms are super creepy at night.
Did I ever tell you about the one at the Ledger?
No.
Yeah, I would be in there super late, like 2, 3 a.m. sometimes. Those Friday nights after football, we started doing this show.
Yeah.
Ponto's Prep Report. It came up on my Facebook memories the other day. We'd record it, and then I'd be in there editing super late. We were on the 2nd floor. The building wasn't that old.
Uh-huh.
Pretty nice newsroom. but the elevator didn't work right, and so every once in a while, it would just like the doors would open and then
No,
close.
man, you don't take the elevator. No. Like
Yeah,
whenever
it's
I would leave the New Era late at night, if I so there were like there's like a smaller parking lot that goes through like a side door that like we would park in late at night, or we would park in like the regular back lot that would go back in through like the packing area, like the shipping area. And dude, when you walk through there, like that shipping area at night, like it's dark, there's no lights on, like the ground is concrete, everything in there is metal. So like stuff is like anything that like even the smallest thing that happens, it sounds like super loud. Oh my gosh, it was the worst, man. I don't know
that
why
could,
is that. Why are newspapers so weird at night?
I don't know. Maybe it's 'cause we write about crimes and stuff, and
What about
it's
crimes?
those ghosts. I don't know.
So I'm watching. I've watched this before. I watched this before, and I've decided to like pick it up again because it's like a mindless show. I can kind of turn on and like leave in the background and like pick up on every once in a while. Riverdale.
I've never seen it. I've heard it's
It
super cheesy.
it's oh my gosh, cheesy. It's super cheesy. But my cousin, she watches Virgin River, and I know
I love
that
Virgin.
you watch Virgin River. I know you're a fan because every time I ask her, I'm like, "What are you watching?" Or like I ask her if she's watching anything, and she goes, "Have you watched Virgin River yet?" I'm like, "No, I have not watched Virgin River yet." But every time she says it, I'm like, "Jared watches Virgin River." But I know you watch it. I don't know what it's about. I literally have no idea of any character on that show.
You need to watch it, man. You'll be
What
you'll be
if you
sitting
had to
there
give
rooting
me
for Jack and Mel through the first like 2 or 3 seasons.
if you have to give me like a quick pitch to watch Virgin River, what is it? Like what will it do to me?
What will it do to you? Or
Yeah, like
what's
am I gonna
or what's the premise?
well, I mean, if the premise is dumb, like it's not
No,
gonna
it's
do anything for me. Okay, what's the premise? What's the premise?
it's very character driven, I would say.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so
Is it
imagine.
like Yellowstone?
No, no, not at all. No,
Okay, all right.
I love
Okay.
Yellowstone though, but no.
Okay. All right.
But picture the Northwest, rural town, small town, not much there
Okay.
besides local shops. Beautiful
Okay.
wilderness.
Oh,
That
I'm
town
in.
is called
Okay.
That town is called Virgin River.
Okay. Okay.
That's why it's named that.
I assumed that
It,
there was
it,
something to do with a river in this. Yes.
yes, a woman moves to this small town to basically escape her old life.
From the
You'll learn
city.
more about you.
She
Yeah,
lived in the
yeah,
city.
from the city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She always
from the
comes from
city.
the city. What are we talking about? She always moves from the city. Keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, and she works at the small doctor's office in town. A lot of people maybe a
Oh
little
my god.
skeptical of the city girl coming in to their small town, disrupting their
Rightfully so.
disrupting
Rightfully
their
so.
rural way of life.
Hmm.
But eventually, she falls in love with the town, and they fall in love with her.
Oh
But
my god.
but it's not without some
Some hiccups.
tragedy. Yeah, some hiccups, some
Ooh.
bumps in the
Okay.
road.
Is this Mel?
That's Mel. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is Jack the doctor? I swear,
No,
Jared, if you tell me the
no,
Jack,
no,
okay,
no, no.
good. Jared, I
This
was
is,
really like, you tell me the Jack's the
this
doctor. I'm
is
not
Virgin
watching
River.
this.
This isn't Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, well, that would also be like Shit's Creek, kind of, if that happened, also. But you haven't watched that either, have you?
I have watched Schitt's Creek. Yeah,
Okay, okay, good. That would have been, yeah, that would, that's okay.
but
So,
I feel like
okay,
I'm in the point of the year where I'm not going to watch a ton. It's
what
like just
what does Jack do?
he owns the bar, the
Oh,
bar,
okay,
the restaurant. Yeah, one of it's the place where everybody goes. He's like the guy that everybody goes to.
okay,
Yeah, and there's a little romance there. So
okay.
you
Is
should
there a
give it a
lot of
shot.
it? Is there a lot of it?
Virgin River or Roman?
Well, because I'm watching Riverdale, it's like 23 episodes a season, and it is
No,
difficult
it's
sometimes.
pretty easy to watch.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a Netflix original, so not
Ooh.
super long seasons,
Okay.
but there's enough of them to satisfy you for
Okay.
now.
Okay. I'll watch it. I'll give it a try.
I feel like we've hit the point of the year where I'm not going to be able to watch a ton of shows. Just
Yeah, that's
because, like,
probably true.
in my free time, I'm probably gonna, because I work most days, and then Saturdays after games, I'll either be there late at night or come back home and turn on late college football games. Like,
Yeah.
did you watch any games besides Western Austin P yesterday?
I turned on Northwestern Nebraska. Also, is Scott Frost here? Like, did he make it? Like, did they allow him to come back to the States?
I feel like the worse he does, the more likely they are to keep him at this point.
He may get an extension. He may already have an extension. And then I watched some Vandy Hawaii late last night. I watched like 5 seconds of New Mexico State.
Oh yeah, that was
Whoever the heck they played.
Nevada.
They lost. They lost, right?
Yeah, they did. Future CUSA member, New Mexico State.
Right.
Jerry Kill, former SIU coach.
Former SIU AD Mario Mocha. Who did they play? Who was that? Nevada?
Nevada.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Wolf Pack, who, fun fact, used to have a basketball player named Jordan Caroline, who came from Southern Illinois University.
Fun.
I can do this all day. Question. Speaking of Southern Illinois University, so I'm wearing these shorts, right? That I got some swag from women's basketball. And they're like the training shorts, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like so they're Under Armour because we're in Under Armour school. And they got the liner in them. Are you a liner person when it comes to shorts?
I would say no.
Full disclosure, I'm still wearing boxer briefs.
Yeah. No, I would say no, just because those shorts are usually more expensive, and I'm pretty poor.
Okay.
I also don't really wear like athletic. Like, I don't wear athletic shorts that much. Like, I'm usually, the khaki cargo shorts guy.
See, gosh, you do wear the cargo shorts. God,
I love the cargo shorts.
I know you do.
Just think of how much stuff I can hold.
I know, but that's awesome. That's awesome for you. I like them, but like I'll only wear them in my house. Like I won't like wear like I don't know. I was just gonna say like I wouldn't wear athletic shorts to a bar, but
yeah, you would.
I don't know if I would, dude. I don't know if I would. It would have to be like a specific kind. Like I have some like raggedy Adidas ones. I wouldn't wear those to a bar.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But
like a nice like a black pair like this and like a nice like crew neck sweatshirt, I would wear that to a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a hooded sweatshirt guy myself, but
I do like hooded sweatshirts. I've got some hoodies recently. They're nice. I'm a hoodie guy. But I don't know about this liner, man. I don't know.
I feel like I'm not experienced enough in that category to have a
like I don't want to try it out.
Yeah, I could get that.
I'm just afraid. I don't know what that.
But you've got some nice gear from SIU though.
Oh man, I've got a lot of great stuff.
I've been telling you to hook me up with a hoodie.
I know, but I don't know how ethical that is now.
I've also been telling you that you should get the basketball coach there to set up a game with Western.
We need to play. Yeah.
That I feel like that would be a good matchup. Western's very, tradition-rich women's basketball program.
We got,
a strong cast of, young players right now who got experience.
We got some new players too. Yeah.
Yeah.
New coach. We got a new coach.
New coach. And, from your perspective, solid team, solid tradition at the mid-major level. From Western's perspective, it's a very strong women's basketball conference. SIU plays.
Yeah. There's some good ones in there.
See, it's a win-win for everybody.
Do we get money for this? Is there like monetary value here?
Just gonna broker deals now. Just want to hang out with you guys.
Dude, you can come up here anytime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't live there yet, but you can come like 45 minutes west of there.
Maybe for their football game, September 10th. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's so far out.
Yeah, next week you're where? You're where now? Oh, I that wasn't a bit. That wasn't a bit at all.
Yeah,
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. You asked me before this because we were talking about what games we watched yesterday. I watched FAU Charlotte a little bit. Awful game. And UTEP North Texas.
Who won
I
that?
turned it on. North Texas won pretty handily, I'd say, pretty convincingly.
Do you remember that thing I sent you that one time? That UTEP has never
You
won a
sent me.
game in the Eastern.
Oh
Time
yeah.
Yeah. I know. I sent you a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, you asked me if I watched the Vandy Hawaii game, and I was like, no, I'm gonna watch Hawaii next week instead.
Right, because drum roll. You can actually do the drum roll if you want.
That's not an option on the.
Oh no! Shit, is it really not?
No, we only have gunshot. Din din.
No.
I don't know what din din is.
Hit it. Oh, I don't like that.
On my end. It doesn't play on my end.
Oh, good. I mean, don't do it again.
I still don't know.
It's awful, man.
We've got cheer. We've got regular din. We've got
What's that one? Hit that one. Hit that one. That was din.
That was regular din. Not
that was birds cawing. The other one was nothing like that.
So we've got something called 9277.
Where are you going, Jared? Tell the people. What? They're. I mean, they probably.
We're going to
Jared's
Hawaii.
going to Hawaii, and he already bought
shirts. Thank you.
And he already bought shirts.
Yeah, they're different from my Miami shirts that I bought. In Miami,
like Miami Stanley. You don't watch.
Oh, I have the Hawaii,
dude.
The Miami shirt. You don't remember the Miami shirt? I brought it to the office the other day just in case I needed it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, Jared, that's bad.
How do you describe the shirt?
Dude, I don't know. It's like
it looks like graffiti.
I was gonna say, like a 90s restaurant in a mall where you can color on the paper.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. But are you ready are you excited about Hawaii?
Yeah, but let's stick with the shirts for a second.
Okay.
Those Miami shirts, they were $4. The place was going out of business for some reason. And the best part is they only had them in 2XL, 3XL, and 4XL, which is a lot more X's than I need. But, it's a win-win because you get more of the fabric.
Jared, did you...
But yeah, no, I'm excited.
You didn't... And so... Oh my gosh. There's no way you get any play in that. There's no way. If you do, it's got to be talked about. So the game is at like 6 p.m. Hawaiian time, right?
Yeah, 11 p.m. Central.
11 p.m. Central. What the hell are you going to do? Are you going to sleep all day? What are you going to do?
I have no idea. I'm honestly looking forward to the flight.
There's got to be some drug that reporters in Hawaii use. They got to chew on something or something.
Let's look. That's normal time for them, 6 o'clock.
I guess that's true. But I mean, for people that go there.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
We don't have normal sleep schedules anyway.
That's
It's
true.
USA Media Day. I covered that on Wednesday. I got to the stadium
Man,
at 7 a.m., was there all day, then drove back through the night, got home at like 4 or 5 a.m., and then covered Western's Team Media Day the next day at like 10 a.m.
what happened?
So,
Oh, I
but
thought you saw something good.
no.
Man, I just thought I don't have a prize pick of the week.
You want me to go first?
I mean, you always do, but yeah. Are you ready? We don't have to talk about it
Yeah,
yet.
no, I was ready. I was just you made a little
Okay.
bit of a snide comment, so I was just gonna wait and let you go first because you don't.
Wait, about what?
You're like you always go first.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't like. I wasn't complaining. I was like that's the routine we do. Like that's what happens. Like I wasn't saying. I wasn't be like. I always have to. I'm like, no, man, you go first. Like that's the rules. Like,
I was thinking about giving mine to Cody at Battleborn Performance in Bowling Green for getting the motorcycle back out on the road and running again. I've been spending a lot of time on that the
I
last couple days.
literally just knew what you were talking about whenever you said motorcycle. I
Okay,
understood none of it until the word motorcycle. I was like, I have no idea what he's
that
saying.
that's
Not a
the
clue
honor.
right now.
That's the honorable mention Prize Pig Award winner of the
Oh,
week. The
okay.
actual one would be Zach Greenwell from Western Kentucky's athletic department.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
his last game there this past Saturday, Western's football game against Austin P. He's moving on to the next step in his career, but he's been a big help to me. These last few years that I've been here. He's a former Daily News guy. He had my position for I don't know how many years before, he got into the SID side of things with Western and then continued to move up. So just shout out to him and thank him for, all the help that he's given me over the years.
I'm uh I'm gonna go with two. I can do two, right? I have two.
You have to call one an honorable mention. I mean, actually, no, you don't.
Okay, good. Because I
Because
don't
this is our podcast and we make up the rules.
That's true. We don't have to abide by literally for a second. I was like, do I have to listen to what he said? But I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to listen to what he says. I'm gonna go David Peacow and Dennis Galloway. So like those are the two dudes that I know I sent you snaps of it on Friday of like I was running the camera for the ESPN production of our volleyball match against SIU Edwardsville, and I was terrified because I've never done anything like that before. I was with David most of the day Thursday and a little bit Friday morning, just like setting things up, like running cables and stuff. I have no idea what any of that means. And then Dennis came in Friday afternoon. We set up cameras. They gave me like a quick tutorial of like what to do, like what the buttons meant, and like what to do. And then I did the game, and I don't think it was terrible. But I will never watch a game the same way.
Yeah.
Like
Word P4
it's
throws you with that stuff.
dude, like it's like I was watching the Western P game, and like in my head, like every camera switch, I'm like camera one, camera two, camera two, camera three, camera like, and like I literally like run it like just like making up the things in my head. Like we literally just had three on Friday, and like I was camera one. I knew like that's what I knew. So like anytime I heard two or three, I blocked it all out. Until I heard one, I was like, boom, Tyler, you're on. Like it was, but yeah, it was fun though. It was cool.
I totally get that. Because, like, I've done a lot of video stuff too. And I think about, like, the different shots that they get. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of people might look at the content. Like, I know at Western, they did one when Charles Bassey came back from his injury.
Hmm.
Everybody was like, "Oh, this is such a great video. The content, what they're saying is so nice." There was one cut where I think it was Rick talking about the injury, and he's
Uh-huh.
like, "Yeah, he da 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 da," and he had, and then it cut to the athletic trainer, John Irwin, and then he like goes deep into the specific name of the injury, and then
Uh-huh.
keeps rolling, and then just the cut was so perfect, and like most people probably didn't notice that, but I was just like, "Damn!"
Oh
And
man.
I'm still
Yeah.
talking about it 2 years later.
Like I know, like I'll watch things and like you watch sporting events. We've watched different types of sporting events, different arenas and stuff like that. And like as just a fan, you may not think anything about how you're watching it. Like if you're watching a baseball game, you're watching what most of the time you're watching like the back of the pitcher and looking at the catcher and the batter, and we're like going all around to the different cameras and stuff like that. And like I have now like a newfound appreciation for that, because again, there were 3 cameras and it was talking pretty much nonstop of switching cameras and stuff like that. I can't imagine having a line where there's 15 cameras at one time. And like you're literally just like waiting for your moment. Like it's so weird to say that, but like that's what you're waiting for.
Have you ever been to a PGA tournament?
Yeah, but I was super
I've,
little. Like
yeah,
so it's
I've
not
done.
like yeah.
I did the Barbasol a couple times. That was the
Hmm.
same weekend as the British Open. The Open,
Hmm.
sorry. Um,
I say this. I say the British.
yeah, I mean, there's so many different Opens. I want to
Yeah.
specify that that's the
Oh, my
British.
brother played the old course at St. Andrews. Did I tell you that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but if you just walk around at a PGA tournament, there's cameras just everywhere, and the production of golf
Everywhere.
it's so good. Especially when you consider how big these courses are and how many people they're like covering. It's incredible.
Yeah. That's why I always like the aerial shots, because I feel like you actually see like yes, it's kind of like cramped sometimes, but it is sometimes like super spread out, and it's like they're doing all this from super far away. Um,
You know
but
what
yeah,
random thought I you know what random thought I had yesterday during that game though?
what?
When there's a timeout and the officials go and you get the official's mic and he's like timeout Austin P. I was thinking they should get a sponsor, like a porta potty service or a plumbing service, and call it
Oh,
the whatever, say it's the Johnson Family Plumbing pee break if they call a timeout.
I thought this was going to be a Meet the Press sponsorship opportunity. I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
but it
still I'm,
went
s- I'm no I'm still holding out for Bad Boy Mowers.
but it went the other way. You live on the second floor.
You can always use a Bad Boy Mower.
That's like not gonna. It's not gonna help you.
That could be their motto. You always need a Bad Boy Mower.
I think you can just
Say,
cut mower and say you always need a bad boy. I think that's it. I think that's the slogan.
I feel like either would be good.
I think. I think it's like whenever I said Michigan earlier. I thought you always need a bad boy. Mower. It's gonna be like a break in there.
Maybe they'll listen to this in the next week and get back to us by the next Sunday's
I'll
recording of
tag
this
them.
Meet the Press podcast.
I'll find their Twitter and I'll tag them.
I don't know if they're on Twitter. They might be too good
They
for
have
it.
to be. Dude, where's my phone? They have to be on Twitter. It's. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff on my Twitter.
I don't know. When I was covering the Bad Boy Mowers crossover classic a couple of years ago, I don't think they were either had one or were very active.
Bad boy. Oh man, you're right. Oh, the just the Pinstripe Bowl does.
Yeah, but that's the actual bowl game. They've got
Oh no,
one.
I found it.
Not
I found
It's
it.
not verified, and it's got 4,500 followers.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
not what I thought their logo looked like, though. Is that what you thought their logo looked like?
I'd never really thought about it, but just think how good that would be if we got like Bad Boy Mowers.
Dude, they got
Really,
Armando Baycott from North Carolina.
I feel like this podcast just ended without without any closing.
Now
So
we're just looking up at bad boy mower stuff.
so until next
You can,
time.
I mean, you can hit the button. I mean, you
Yeah,
should hit
no,
the
I'm trying
button.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to close out right now.
Oh,
Until
okay.
next time, I'm gonna have to like the outro music to this is gonna be like 8 minutes long.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Yeah. Goodbye.